What's up, gang? We're here to talk a little bit about some Shazam tech that I feel like was never really explored by us Shazam heads. So let's get into it. We have stance, lasso spin, cool. Did you know that Shazam's trait allows him to punch through Invincible Wakeups? So you'll notice there's a 2.5% that pops up, 2.5% damage that pops up on the screen. There it's a double 2.5. Well, it turns out that if you're punching through someone's invincible wake up, which again, normal hits, you will just nothing happens. It's like you're punching straight through it, like they're intangible, invincible. Nothing happens to them. But if you have trade on, you punch through. Unscaled 2.5% on every punch attack that you're able to land in the time frame. So there, if and like let's not pretend like Wonder Woman's didn't all TP at the latest, at the smallest provocation, or Amazonian uppercut, right? These were the Kens. No, they weren't. They could be though, right? 2.5% damage. That's 5%. So if Wonder Woman had 5% life left, right, and you knew she was gonna wake up, you got to do it a little faster. There you go. That wasn't it either. There you go. She's dead. Right? She's dead. She's just straight dead. The cool thing, though, if you're smart, you know she's going to do it. You're in a life or death situation. She's in a life or death situation. What do? You land sweep, and you actually go into meter burn, like bounce cancel. So look at this damage. 50% damage plus the 5% of unscaled damage from the trait before the combo even starts, because it's unscaled non-combo damage, basically single hits. So that's 55% damage. Now what does that look like if she blocks, right? So if she blocks, and she just, like, you have her scared, she's seen the setup or whatever, that right there. So I the math is crazy. Like if you look and you like sort of pause it, like there's a whole bunch of numbers on top of numbers. It makes it really hard to read the actual damage. But from what I'm able to tell, if you were to land this sequence, right, she's worried. If you're able to land this sequence, it's 10.98% damage. So if they have less than 11% life, they're dead. They're straight up dead. That's so potent as a wake up on the second life, on their second life. If you do something like this, because you have them scared, boom, that's 11.7. So a lot of damage can be found with trait at the end that straight up will kill the opponent. This is something like a little under 10, I think. So there are options to do that. It's like 9 point something, like 9.99. And then the other thing I was talking about is like, so the one thing I need to talk about is this is a specific trick. It's specific because you can't land everything you want off of it. So you can't land 1-1 in that circumstance there. But you can land one into meter burn bounce cancel, right? So you're not getting the same like juice, but you're like look at that, man. So instead you're getting 50.5% damage, right? So you can mix this up, you can mix this up, you can mix and match for each subsequent situation. Now, times where it works with the 2 is specifically off of sweeps. Even then, timing can be kind of strict. You need to land it like pretty early. And I'm not gonna say this is new, but this is new enough to me that I haven't practiced it a whole ton. I know that you can do, we've known about this tech for a long time, that you could sort of do moves into invincible wake ups, and they would you could meter burn bounce cancel. But there are specific wake ups that this does work on. Slower ones like this that are really predictable on characters like Wonder Woman. It works on Black Adam's lightning cage, which can be incredibly powerful versus that character. Um, he's so good, frankly. Um, this does not work on things like, Aquaman's two-hit lift. It does not work on. It would work on a. It wouldn't work on maybe like a Bane charge, right? Um, wouldn't work on faster moves like Green Lantern's meter burn or his lift. So there's a lot of stuff it doesn't work on. But in specific situations, this can be really good. The damage speaks for itself, right? Over 55%, um, purely off of a really cool read, and it is a read. Let's not lie. Are there ways to get into like trigger this setup in a combo, like an actual setup? I think yes, there are. I think if you were to go into something like this, maybe something like Herculean Might. Okay, so something like that, where you could actually do... That's not going to land. Didn't hit her high enough. So this is always kind of tricky in general, being able to land the standing one. You really got to smack them high enough with the down two. That would have worked if I would have gotten the timing right. This is always kind of tricky. I'm not going to try this too many more times. Maybe two more. That would have worked. I just didn't land the... Nah. Some of these are... It's just tricky. Ah, we just didn't get the dash. That I think that would allow us to do the stand one into back three, into meter burn back three. If we wanted to go for that. The other thing is doing meter burn forward three. So I forgot. Meter burn forward three is really good because you can backdash out of after 1-1. You can backdash. Forward three is really good at catching those backdashes if they're not perfect. So like, whereas like, meter burn, it's less good at catching backdashes. So you can go for meter burn forward three. And your combo looks a little something like this. And you're still getting that like 50, right? So you're giving up a little bit. But yeah, cool tech, right? I think this is cool. And I think Shazam players, I shouldn't put this on the community. I did not explore this very much. And I feel like it's useful, dude. It's really useful. Or at least would be in very specific niche circumstances. And it would be great to be able to pull this out of your butt. Especially on a Wonder Woman or somebody who's very clearly like has more tools in their arsenal. And God, or just cocky dude who pulls out lasso spin as a last ditch, saved my life DP. That's it. I hope this was interesting. I'll talk to you later, gang. Bye.